been like Mario or the movie levels of
And I'm back.
Mario Brothers, the movie levels of dog shit.
By the way,
I mean, both movies have like something.
By the way, so Alex and I have opted to
directly under the map room.
I have opted to start something a bit fresh.
What's it?
So,
fucking Christ.
Yes, I'm doing a Metroid Prime 1 Remastered.
Oh. Boy.
I literally have nowhere to go. Fuck.
Everything's the
I may be about to solve this for us. I will be able to tell you where to go.
No, I mean, I literally cannot get out of here.
I might want to reset the game if that's...
Fuck that.
Alright.
Last save.
Dude, the last save was in the safe. Up the butt. The save point that I saved at is in the same area.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
No, lizard guy will be asking for a lizard. Lizard
You're
guy
fucking kidding me.
Lizard guy will be begging for furry girls to be fatter.
Loading.
I'm not happy, Bob. Not happy.
Not one bit.
Dude, my Steam account
unidentified distress beacon has been tracked to a derelict space vessel in orbit above Tallon IV.
My Steam account was almost, taken away from me completely.
Ouch.
How?
Oh, by the way,
So apparently, what happened was there was this guy that contacted me out of nowhere on Discord saying, hey...
Oh yeah, that shit.
Yeah, and the thing is though, I never... So when he talked me through it, it was convincing considering I've never once been reported on. And I never had to like that.
Yeah, that's,
And then he was like, he gives me screenshots like, oh, talk to Steam support in Discord. I'm like,
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, that's... I've had about 50 or 60 of those guys that just try to contact me like that, and I've started just sending them, I'm like, fuck off, as a message.
You should just send me gay porn.
The Belmont clan...
Do I look like Sargon of Cod?
Yes.
The Belmont clan will hunt the night.
Unknown item, number 2.
Oh, so you got the space jump?
I'll just ask Dacula a picture of his nuts and I'll send it to whoever tried to scam me out of his Steam account next time.
Oh, by the way,
I'll shot a video file of 2 Girls 1 Cup. I'll label it as screenshots and I'll just mail it to whoever asks. Hey, is this Steam account yours?
Yeah, I keep getting shit like that, and I've started saying, yeah, I've danced this rodeo before, motherfucker. Or go fuck yourself,
It wasn't until she started asking for my phone number and my
oh.
Yeah, no.
This is awesome.
That's that's
Steam cap.
Oh, guys, it's even better the pointer or controls. Oh, now. So now,
where are you stuck at?
I'm in this green area, and to the left of me is the save point, which I.
Okay, so let me see here.
And to the left of me
pull up my map.
Is the Chozo statue with a block I cannot goddamn destroy.
Yeah,
okay.
You can't destroy that until you get the you can't destroy that until you get the.
Yeah, so you got to go up in the roof and use the secret roof panel to get through there.
Well,
Or
can't
stop.
go anywhere. Can't go anywhere now.
What do you mean?
The only way out of here is blocked by that same block.
No, it's not.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
No,
Right
it's not. I literally just got out of there. So what you want to do is you got to look for a thing in the ceiling that you can bust up, and
Yep.
that'll lead you where you need to go. Oh,
What do I
because
use?
huh?
What do I use?
You use your. Okay, so there's a thing over to the right that'll let you get where you need to go. So look for a thing that you can shoot with your regular blaster or your
It was right
missiles
there.
and use. Yep. I was in that spot for a while too.
Hey, guys.
I'm worried for a bit. I'm worried for a bit.
Hey guys, I got a question. How did we feel the moment Prime Remastered was announced?
Why isn't Prime Form released? Where's Prime
A
4?
necessary form of evil.
We'll get there eventually. It's still in development.
That's what they said last 4 years, damn it.
Hey, look, we're gonna get Primes 1 through 3 remastered. And I already love how this game looks.
Yeah.
How is that a cap when it's true? Look on my stream, Gizmo!
I'm not gonna sing praise about the game until I hear that they brought back the multiplayer.
Wait till Prime 2 Remastered comes out, Gizmo. Wait till then.
From what I heard, the Wii trilogy of the Metroid Prime remaster, they took away the multiplayer.
No, they didn't.
Okay, then why aren't they advertising on the
It's in the Prime 2.
But why don't they advertise it on the box? That's what I'm saying. They're making other people think that there is no multiplayer.
Well, just
It's like advertising Halo, and then in the box it just says, "Oh, this."
Oh yes, I can morph ball bounce, baby.
Weapons. But then they say nothing about the multiplayer. It's like, wait, where's the multiplayer? Where is the multiplayer?
Well, just look at the menu. Well, just look at the menu of the game.
Yeah,
Hey,
but how are you? But you're gonna have to buy it to know if there's a multiplayer. That's what I'm saying.
It's only $20. It was only $20 on the Wii U eShop.
Okay, hey, here's a better example. I'm playing Street Fighter. Right? Let's say Street Fighter just came out for the first time. Street Fighter 1, right? Oh, we have Street Fighter 1 for the first time.
Yeah, we have no idea if this game is shit or not. Spoiler warning, it was.
It is.
Okay, now straight up Street Fighter 2 comes out. They don't say anything about it being a head-to-head combat like the previous. They don't say anything about special moves being easy to pull off. It just says you're fighting again. There's no screenshots. There's nothing in the back indicating that's two-player or not. That's basically the same thing with Metroid Prime.
God damn it.
Because it says one controller in the back, one Wiimote. That means it's one player.
Yeah, you do realize that those things are rarely, if ever, actually accurate on the back of the box, right? Because there's a bunch of games say that they like support shit that they don't, or don't support shit that they have.
That's a very rare case, though. Like I have an Xbox game. I think it was Kingdom Come Deliverance or something like that. Or
that was a weird game.
In the back of the box, it says that it supports custom soundtracks. And I thought, okay, it's gonna be funny if I play some Persona 4 music, like I don't know, Juliet's theme song, while I'm charging in a battle with some knights against the demon or whatever the fuck. When I look in the manual, it doesn't say anything of the sort. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess they forgot to write in the manual. I put the game in, nothing about custom soundtracks are in any of the menus. That's a very rare case. And I say it's a very rare case because one other game that I can think of that had the same problem was what? Morrowind, I think, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
San Andreas had custom soundtracks.
No, not the custom soundtrack. I'm talking about I'm talking about the labels being incorrect.
Oh yeah.
Like there was a time when Grand Theft Auto had like an E.
You could have just looked online and seen, if it had the multiplayer. Like, that's not difficult. Yeah.
We'll be back then I didn't have my own computer, man. The Metroid Prime Trilogy was on the Wii.
Yeah, and you could have just looked on the menu of the game. You could, if you had the game, you could have booted up the menu. Oh, you could have seen the multiplayer, and there you go. And by the way, Gizmo, if you were to look up the multiplayer, it would be in the game. And trust me, Gizmo, I have the game. I have the friggin' Steelbook version of it.
I think it only had a Steelbook version.
No, it has a regular version.
I think that was only GameStop reprints.
Weird.
Again?
Wait, they're doing the GameStop stock thing again?
To see the name of the stock was GME. Rise wind down, but the shot's down. Hold my
And by the way, Gizmo. Oh, I'm not even sure how they would be able to incorporate there are multiple control methods that are available to you in the Prime Remastered. Like you could do it like a traditional first-person shooter. You could do it like in the original GameCube version, or you could do it how I'm doing it right now and do it with the pointer controls. Which, by the way, free aim, best way to play the game.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And I play Ultra Zone, yeah, free aim.
My space invader has arrived.
Beastie already.
And
I know it's never gonna happen, but
that's
man can dream. Man can dream.
So this is the Parasite Queen, and the thing with Metroid Prime, yeah, she's not gonna alter gravity on us. Oh, she's piss easy when you know to aim for the mouth.
As you always should.
A game where Samus out by hitting a wall.
Yes, sadly. Oh, I hate that so much. Aside from hitting,
only one for that. It's called Metroid Other.
ooh yeah. And the Parasite Queen is down. So to explain the boss mechanics of that one, the Parasite Queen hides behind a barrier with a few weak points, where you could aim to attack her.
Evacuate immediately.
And she's fairly easy to beat, especially after you scan her and find her weak point.
She's amazing number. Yeah, hold on you.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
She's like no other.
There are some scan points that I could use to disable some of the turrets.
Why are you killing this thing exactly?
Because the space pirates are doing stuff here, and it's my duty to kill all of them.
Right, vengeance.
Yeah, you forgot that part about Samus's backstory.
I am vengeance. I am the knight. I am blue.
I must kill the giant space giant.
I must be one of the
Yeah, I always used to play this game a lot on the Wii.
People said the Wii version was too easy because you could use like rubber FPS controls on it.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: free aim is
weird reason.
the
That's like
free aim is better.
because you got free aim.
Free aim is better.
Technically it is, but you're still being stupid when you say something like that. And of course improving the controls is gonna make a game easier. I mean, what the fuck do you expect?
I've played Prime. I played all the Prime games. I played Prime 1 and 2 on their original GameCube versions. And so, oh yeah, I could safely say that the Wii version is improved.
Any shooter free aim is on
If only in my computer when it came to the audio input capture it could actually let me listen to the audio of the game. Because apparently there's something wrong with my thing. And it just says, oh, you are to not hear the magnificent soundtrack that is the Metroid Prime trilogy. No, that's my computer being a douchebag. Nintendo's only a douche when it's a copyright claim.
Oh yeah, here's this Pokemon. And it's gone.
Oh. It's Meta Ridley, and this time he actually looks closer to his Metroid 2, his Samus Returns counterpart.
This takes place between Super Metroid, was it?
No, it takes place between Metroid 1 and 2.
Okay, so like before Samus decided to do more genocide on the Metroids.
Yeah. The Galactic Federation was like, yeah, we've had enough of those goddamn Metroid. Wait, Samus, go kill them
because
all.
nothing bad will ever go wrong with wiping out an entire species.
Gonna disable the turret. She's always the solution.
Final solution, if you will.
She's always the solution when the Galactic Federation screws up. And here we get at the scene. Samus gets smacked into a wall. And just like that, all of her power-ups are gone. Missiles, no. Charge beam, no. Oh. A morph ball, no. Grapple beam, no. Missiles, no. All that shit is gone. And I'm like, and that explosion might have as well have said, hey Samus, you ever played Symphony of the Night? She's like, No. No, it's actually a joke. Oh, it's actually a joke from Sanity Not Included, where it's like Alucard is at Alex aim. You gotta make Kraid open his mouth
Aim
and
for
then
the eye,
yeah, aim for the eye to make him open his mouth, and then shoot in the mouth. I'm just kind of making sure you know that since you seem to be having a hard time with them. By the way, did you know that there was originally going to be a meta Kraid in Prime 1, but they didn't? But they kind of had to scrap it.
Hello.
Huh.
I mean, I wonder why. I mean, again, I don't know.
Kraid-
Consider the technology back then. I mean, you
Kraid-
had to make Kraid pretty freaking big.
Yeah, and Kraid has survived the events of Metroid 1, and even the events of Super
Yeah, I mean,
Metroid.
Dread proved it already.
Yep.
Dread kind of already proved that.
Oh, by the way, I actually have it set to where, or the narration from the original Japanese version, and plays in this game. Because the initial American version doesn't have the narration, but the Japanese release of this game has narration.
I think it's going on like that. Where do you think Metroid's gonna go now after Dread? 'Cause, I mean,
Who knows?
Hopefully it's gone to great success.
Great success.
I mean, like, I guess if what I remember, what at the end of Dread is, Samus basically now part Metroid now. I mean, the glass.
Samus was part Metroid at the end of
guess like more
No,
Metroid.
No, she's basically become the most powerful Metroid there is now.
Gazing out into the abyss and whatnot.
Okay, so one thing this game as you do, aside from, you know, collecting power-ups and whatnot, is also scanning enemies and various bits of technology in this game, as well as lore.
Let me guess, you're rated on that too.
No.
Lore, the character from Star Trek?
No, as in you gotta scan the lore of the world you are traversing.
Count to any completion?
Did you see that Tommy Tallarico said
No,
they made the weapons in Metroid Prime around the sound effects he made?
Interesting.
That was bullshit.
Sure.
And another thing
Like,
is...
I don't know why he thought anybody would believe that.
Because of gaming racist.
Okay, guys, so I need you... Since I'm entering an elevator, I need you guys to give Samus's inner thoughts. Go.
God damn it, I lost my goddamn shit again. Is this like free?
Young and lovely the girl from Ipanema goes walking.
Okay, now I'm at the Chozo Ruins.
When she walks, it's Girl from Ipanema by Frank Sinatra.
Okay, so... Okay.
You might have heard it from Evangelion Alternative Saga, as in, because it literally plays in the elevator in Eva Alternative Saga. Because a Muzak version of that song plays in every elevator or in the known universe.
Stupid question. Does Evangelion ever get a happy ending for everybody?
The recent movie, yes.
3.0 plus.
Hey, we're not gonna end of Ava, then like that's
End of Ava, no. Nobody gets a happy ending in End of Ava. Everybody aside,
also everything got fucked up.
Yeah, and everybody aside from Shinji and Asuka died.
That kind of resets.
Yeah, even Misato
got blown in half.
No. She didn't get She didn't get blown in half. She got shot and then she succumbed to her wounds.
No. Oh, you can literally see in the movie. You can see like her body. The top half of her body goes in one direction. The bottom half of her body goes in another. Or when the base explodes.
right here.
Wait, are you talking about the Wait, are you talking about the space shuttle, or are you talking the the actual Geo front?
I'm talking in EOE, the Geo front in EOE.
Oh, okay. I guess I might have not noticed that part since, you know, I was paying attention to other things.
Yeah, I have seen that movie many times.
I'm sure.
I only noticed it after somebody pointed it out to me. But once you see the fact that that Misato, that like part of her body is visible in the ruins, and it's not entirely intact after the base explodes.
She
I see that movie on DVD, and holy shit, that DVD made me cry.
By the way,
yeah, that DVD is old. That's a manga entertainment DVD.
I have the really big Blu-ray from Right Stuff Anime that gives me not only that gives me the option to choose the real dub.
Yes. Quite frankly, I have no idea why anybody would willingly listen to the mistake that is Dan Kanemitsu's absolute cancer of a self-aggrandizing bullshit.
Who?
Dan Kanemitsu is the guy who wrote the Ava redub.
Where the hell was I going?
That was also
He's
ADR direct. That was also ADR directed by Carrie Karanen.
Yeah, she's not a very good ADR director, as you can tell.
No.
Great actress, not a great ADR director.
Mike Centurniclass.
Doesn't know that you can go back and do more takes.
Mike Centurniclass is a much better ADR director, and she's worked under him. And you know who did? You know who actually is also a good script, admittedly a good script writer? Stephanie Shea. She worked on the script for Berserk: The Golden Age arc. Usagi Tsukino.
Karina. It's always be
Karina, man. The big dub for life.
No. I
Yeah.
No, I
I
refuse.
throw you. I throw you.
I'm sorry. Who?
So anyways, yeah. I got you. Yeah, Dan Kanamitsu wrote the scripts for the the Amazon redubs for 1.11 through 3.33, and the redub for Evangelion, Death and Rebirth, and Ewing. As you can probably tell by the fact that those are some worst dubs that have been produced in the English-speaking world, you might be able to realize that he's not a very good script writer, and he's apparently a bitch to work with, people I've heard. But you don't have to take my word for it. His work speaks for itself.
Tower.
I'm only like 1 pixel away. Okay, I'm here.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, I'm at the 4th island. Right now I'm climbing the towers.
So I'm guessing,
Yeah, I already killed all the titans, except for the one.
Supreme. So I'm guessing you're going for the
Yeah,
Alright, so now I've regained my missile launcher. So guess what, Gizmo? I have a rocket launcher.
Rocket launcher. They need to come back.
The anthology is available.
I know. I mean, I would even take them cameo Taylor. That cameo Taylor is not enough for me.
They need to have a proper port of Metal Slug 765.
We're the ones with the DS.
Metal Slug 7 is really underrated.
Yes.
Funnily enough, the
Also maybe like get like a full. Also maybe like add in like the cutting block from what the Metal Slug.
Kraid, am I gonna look? This might not be in my best interest, but I'm gonna help you out here. Stop throwing your fucking arms at me.
You mean his nails?
No, I mean in like the lower. What the fuck was that?
There's only a temporary relief from destroying a war wasp nest in this game. Only a temporary, because they rebuild fairly.
Damn.
I fucking hate war wasps.
Tower.
How do you speed boost?
You run in a straight line.
Go fast.
You gotta run in a straight line without any interruptions, Gizmo. That's how you use it. It isn't like in Super Metroid where there's a run button and you gotta hold that down. And to use the Shine Spark, you gotta press down to stop you, to kill your forward momentum. And you gotta press A and quickly pick the direction you want to move in. Any questions? Ends, or does that explain everything? And by the way, Gizmo, in terms of pickups, Metroid Zero Mission loves the Shine Spark.
God damn it.
Like, loves it to pieces, if you've seen my footage.
And I'm dead.
Died again to Kraid?
Yeah.
Well, at least Gizmo's
At
made
least
it.
I'm here.
And at least Gizmo was able to escape Kraid. Which, by the way, your next stop, Gizmo, is Norfair, but since you're going in sequential order, or you're going to need to find the high jump boots, which then receive the objective to go back to Brinstar to get the various suit. Any questions?
Nope.
All right. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were supposed to do. And the thing is you got to use the speed boost to get down to where the high jump boosts are if you're doing it in the order that you are doing it in. Because if you did it the way I did it, then you would have had the high jump boots and various suit before fighting Kraid.
I still beat him.
So while Warner Brothers is celebrating their 100th anniversary, they're quietly destroying decades worth of film history, which is like literally 70 plus years worth of press kits, posters, etc. Are just being thrown away.
Yeah. Carelessly, mind you.
Yeah, like this is stuff that could fetch a fucking mint at
Yeah.
auction.
Yeah, you could literally auction all this shit, and you would be able to make up most of that money you lost with freaking Shazam.
Like people complained,
And they will likely need.
when Universal destroyed the Phantom of the Opera set. Like, and I'm not talking about the one with Gerard Butler. I'm talking about like the 1920s Phantom of the Opera movie.
The original?
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, they destroyed the Phantom of the Opera set to make way for more for Universal Studios rides.
Well, they did. Well, fucking right. Well, they replaced it with Minions Rise.
This was before Minions, so not even that.
And by the way,
They might have replaced whatever it was with Minions rides now.
Well,
But you know,
replace it with something nobody was asking for.
well, at any rate,
this,
I
like,
killed a
yeah,
plated
this is
beetle, which is a mini boss in this area.
you know, this is 70 plus years of classic film history. I mean, people would have bought all of this shit from Mint, and maybe Warner Brothers could have paid off their damn all that debt they're in.
They could have had an auction of some sort. You know that.
Just drop it off at a fucking auction house, man, and it would have come out a hell of a lot better than this.
Yeah.
Just throwing it all the way into a dumpster. Hell, you remember when Disney, when Disney canceled Power Rangers, they destroyed everything.
What do you mean?
Like they took a wood chipper. They took a wood chipper, and almost every piece of almost every prop for the previous 16, 17 years, for like the previous 20 years, got thrown into a wood chipper. We're talking civilian costumes, helmets, monster costumes, all kinds of shit. And morphers got thrown in that fucking fucking wood chipper. And the cast of Power Rangers RPM actually stole a bunch of shit because they found out that this was gonna happen, and they were like, okay, we're gonna steal this shit. Like, usually this stuff goes up for auction, like when Lionsgate decided they weren't gonna reuse any of the props from their 2017 Power Rangers film. All of that went up on a prop auction website, right? And it sold for a tidy sum. Like, it wasn't like lots of it, and it was individual items, but the individual items sold for quite a bit. they didn't destroy the suits. They sold them to private collectors, which incidentally is why we have a bunch of information about the Super Mario Brothers props, because the Super Mario Brothers the movie props were either sold at auction or the prop master made off with them, and because they, surprise, nobody wanted the props from that film after it was done. And so those sold for quite a bit. So, like, you can sell some of Harley Quinn's bats and costumes went up for sale when at some point, and
I can never
like from the Studio Squad, Suicide Squad.
I get it if you wanted to say throw away, let's say, random pieces of debris that nobody's gonna really differentiate.
Yeah. So not everything is important enough to seriously say, okay, hey, yeah, we'll keep this, but this is like production photos and press kits and promotional images and stuff.
Pieces, makeup, like some of the stuff is not just pictures. Some of the stuff is legitimate documentation of the movie they made.
Yeah, and they're just throwing it all away like they're Shadow the Hedgehog.
This is someone of Capcom just throwing out the computers like, yeah, we're not gonna make no more Street Fighter.
Oh my god, you know what?
Yeah, the hell with Mega Man.
No, it's the equivalent of Universal burning a bunch of negatives in a so BBC burned a bunch of Beatles master tapes. Universal burned a bunch of Elvis master tapes. Priceless, absolutely priceless materials that were just lost in a warehouse fire.
I know Elvis stuff is oversaturated, that's why nobody buys his shit, but I know there are going to be people who would pay a pretty penny for that.
Well, this is also like stuff that should be well kept, you know.
Oh, I didn't notice there was a neat little detail on the Reaper Vines. They have these weird eyes on the bulbs they have.
I'm probably gonna stop in about 15 minutes, but like they're not letting anybody take any of this stuff back. Like
you're throwing
like
it
that's
away.
the
Why would
thing.
you not let anybody take at least one?
I'd make it mandatory. You want a fucking bonus? Here, take 50 posters. That's your bonus. You'll be able to sell that for more than we'll be able to pay you. You know, that kind of thing.
And all that
like,
money wasted.
By the way,
like this is stuff that like casual collectors. Because even if you sold it for $5, you'd be getting more money out of it than you would be by trying to by throwing it in a literal dumpster and not letting anybody get to it. Like it's not exactly cultural murder, but it's because, well,
yeah,
you know what?
I mean,
this is at least just press kits and stuff like that and posters. It's not as bad as like the BBC nuking a bunch of like priceless like the master tapes for like Doctor Who, you know.
You're talking about that's just as bad. Look, I get that.
Look, we at least these posters at least exist in other forms, but these are original posters too. And the press kits and posters may, you know, all of this information exists technically in other capacities, but still,
it's not going to be as sought. It's not going to be as sought after and taken care of though. Is what I'm. Look. It's like
well, yeah, this is like mint condition material.
It's like
too.
it's either the #1 fantasy, amazing fantasy, or the #1 detective comics. You know, this is for movies though. It's just as valuable, if not more.
At least it's not film negatives. Like, they're not throwing out film negatives, as far as I'm aware. But
like movies had most of the movies back then have either been ruined, damaged, or just straight up destroyed. So if you're
like some of the promotional material is the only way that you see some of the things that were meant to be.
right,
Like, oh yeah, there's a movie from there's a movie called Arcade. It was made by Full Moon Pictures back in the day, and Disney sued them and made them change all the visual effects because they said it was too close to Tron. And the film was finished, but they had to delay it and like send it all back to redo a bunch of effects, and a bunch of scenes got cut out of the film because they just didn't have time to finish it. And the only way that film exists on in its original format is a random guy found a VHS screener that was sent out to video stores and movie theaters and whatnot, and he digitized it and uploaded it to the Internet Archive. So for people who think that oh, this stuff can't possibly be, like, press kits can't possibly have any valuable information in it, like press and like publicity materials will tend to have like stuff you would never expect to find in them. So, oh yeah, I would not, if I was in David Zaslav's shoes at this point. Right, there's a lot of decisions he's made just even outside of the entertainment sphere, or in the business sphere, that seem incredibly stupid. And like it's fucking, there is somebody who will buy these posters, even if it's just like a museum. If somebody is gonna buy that, they will digitize it, they will make all kinds of stuff off of it, and you will make a tidy profit as well, buddy.
that's another thing.
So just,
Why aren't these guys just making a museum?
oh yeah, to quote Indiana Jones, it belongs in the museum. I mean, and this stuff definitely belongs in the museum. Like, WWE has been collecting wrestling memorabilia since they started the WWE Hall of Fame, for the sake of creating a museum.
Right. And a lot of that stuff, I doubt anyone
Like,
created too. Like the fist. You remember that big ass fist they had?
The fist. The fist actually got lost one time. I remember that, and they had a massive delay over it.
How do you lose a fist that's the size of the Titanic? That thing's fucking huge.
It was partially, the truck was delayed. Like, they had to use part of the the SmackDown fist, right?
No, wait, Alex, I know how it got lost.
Yeah, they had to use part of the Raw set at that night.
Alex, I know how it got lost. Brick and his goons decided I'd just take that stuff in broad daylight. Come on, it was the one good episode of season 3.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, season 3 of Young Justice is, while it had some
Is he dead?
some decent
I
ideas.
think he's dead. That's called damning with faint praise. It had some good ideas.
Yeah.
But was he whelmed?
Please never repeat that phrase
Please
ever
stop.
again.
Young Justice Dick Grayson is cringe.
Sorry, Justin McCartney, you do a great job, but no. That was
Speed
not...
booster. Thank fucking God I got the speed booster.
By the way,
What are you talking
Alex,
about, though? I thought things were crashed.
please stop.
My murder levels are rising, Gizmo. I just want you to know that.
And we aren't getting to the
Every time you say that word, a baby dies.
I don't have any jerky with me tonight, so I can't drown my sorrows.
Alex, this is some new process right now.
I can't see anything.
Gotta probably
I saw it on the broadcast chat. Okay, so yeah, it's like Young Justice Season 3 had some decent ideas. It's just
Okay.
either they were done better in other material, like with Judas Contract, or
Bing, bada boom.
it's just
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. By the way, because of the speed,
Final tower.
Only one way to find out.
by the way, Alex, with the speed booster, Samus is kind of considered massively faster than light. It's true. Hold on a sec.
Oh, hello. Meow ho.
Meow.
Meow. Fine.
Kevin, does your usually react when Mehcast?
No, because she can't hear you. Okay. So there's a neat little trick here. I'm gonna see if I could sequence make my way through this.
Oh boy.
If I can't, then I'm just gonna come back here when I have her equipment to do so. Oh,
Bada bing, bada boom.
I really do mean it that when I say movie studios should really think about opening museums, though, because, like, how many of you remember the Warner Brothers store?
I've never been there.
It was literally a store that sold Warner Brothers merch, as well as, you know, merch that was based off of Warner Brothers movies.
You know what? That sounds like a really good idea. They should.
Oh, come on!
The
I almost
funny
had
thing
it.
is they have so many ways that they could be making like legit fucking money that they don't use, and I don't know why.
I don't.
And they
Hey, you know what? Fine, I'll wait till
one of the
later,
things that bugs
game.
me- One of the things that always bugs me is I see companies spending money where they don't need to, and then not spending their money on stuff that they would benefit from. And I don't know why they do stuff like this. And granted, like, Hollywood accounting is fucking awful, but like, come on, guys. Sometimes you're just not making any sense.
Yeah.
And maybe the idea isn't to make money, but you know, I'm a normal human being,
With normal
and
human
send the
tendencies.
shaft to left.
Okay, so Sonic, what's your favorite Metroid game?
I don't have one. But if I don't really have one. Like I said, I don't play Metroid.
You should.
No, I mean it's like one. It's on my bucket list.
Before you die, Metroid.
Yeah.
I'll show you the difference between the power of the most primitive power of the Saiyan.
Why are you quoting?
That's a good baby. That's a good baby voice.
All right, there, Frieza Jr.
Baby,
Maybe it was like a villain. It's probably one of the few good villains about GT.
Problem is that his character.
Like GT as.
Problem is
about GT, but like.
All right, there, Frieza Jr.
Hey, do fans
Yeah,
do wild
kind
though?
of. I mean, at the concept, yeah, he's pretty threatening. I mean, the man literally took over the entire planet all while Goku was gone, and almost and technically did kill Goku. I mean, yeah, Goku got better afterwards, but he did technically kill him.
I did die. She turned me into a newt. I got better.
And to think Alex had finally seen that movie after all this time. Let me tell you, that was a hell.
I'm gonna try and after we do the Adventures of Baron Munchausen and the dojo, I'm gonna try and convince my sensei to let us watch the Monty Python films. At the very least, Holy Grail.
You might question the fact that it has some strong language, because.
Well, no, we watched the Goonies last time. The Goonies has a bunch of strong language in it, so.
Okay,
And,
that.
and you know, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom is on the list, so.
Kalima! Kalima! Sorry, I couldn't resist. Sorry, every time I hear Temple of Doom, all I can think is Kalima!
I mean, it's like probably the most famous thing about that thing, aside from a couple of other lines.
And Short Round getting smacked in the face.
And Ki Hoi Kwan is also in the Goonies.
Huh.
He should have returned in the new. I hope he's gonna be in the new.
If I would have recasted Harrison Ford as a Velociraptor. I'm sure some of you have seen in the Twitter page, but with raptors, right?
Yes.
Oh my god, those edits are amazing. And now I am fighting Flagra.
Okay.
And by the way, and you know the funny thing is like with Metroid Prime, they could have easily just, you know, went with a remaster and called it a day. They could have just like you know, made it look shinier and whatnot, but no. They decided to do
Kevin,
something.
did you switch? Did you start a new stream?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
How did you
That
not?
explains why it's playing Mario Party on your stream on my end. Well, I will see you guys later.
I'll stop streaming after I beat Flagra.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Yeah, like I said, I guess going on GT, yeah, I will admit.
Fine.
Look, it is pretty crap, but I say it had some good things.
So, oh, by the way, Gizmo, so in the original Metroid Prime game, there's a bit of an odd audio glitch with the Flagra boss fight, where it only plays like the first few notes and just loops from there. Like the game, like people who played the GameCube version will never hear the rest of the Flagra song unless they look it up on YouTube. The Prime Trilogy fixes this audio glitch. It's also a notable glitch in Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, where the Luminoff theme kind of loops in itself. So I get to playing the commentary from the Jeez. Oh god. Yeah, we watched. Yeah, we watched The Room. Yeah, we watched The Room a couple of weeks back on April Fool's Day. Yeah, there were titties practically every few minutes. I wish that were an exaggeration, but no. It's that
Just tell me what I
shameless.
No titty. Okay, that's good. 5 seconds, good. That's it.
Oh, Lisa, you're so sexy.
You wonder what Tommy was feeling actually.
Don't count it.
Okay. And another thing is like, well, so far, our Gizmo, you and Alex seem to be in a similar place yet again, but this time you're not stuck in grade. So do you feel like things are going better for you, Gizmo, in terms of you playing Zero Mission? Or do you feel like things are just, you know... Okay, just making sure. Anyway, Flagra is defeated. Basically, the strategy for the boss is that you gotta get rid of the sun lamps and bomb the areas nearby the flower. Or other... Because shooting it will do nothing. Also, you have to scan the vines that are covering the bomb slots, because those are also creatures. And like I said, you don't have to go for every scan in the game. That is not mandatory. Or for 100% completion. What counts as 100% completion, though, are item pickups. And speaking of item pickups, we just acquired the Various suit. So, Samus will get shoulder pads. Ah! Hunt, 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 hunt. Anybody who's seen the Brain Scratch playthrough of this game will know. Brain Scratch comms. They're a commentary channel that does commentary over gameplay footage. They basically record a bunch of... The group consists of Ryan and Ted. Ed Lewis is some call me Johnny, who is a well-known reviewer and gamer. Or I'd recommend checking out his channel. He's got really good content. And they also have some guest stars every so often. And like through them I was introduced to Clement, and who is also a well-known Let's Player from Canada.
Well, you can't go to Canada now.
Obviously not, considering they have a firm...
Yeah, I don't know.
Considering they have a firm belief that citizens shouldn't harm themselves.
And you get real time between the genders.
Fuck that noise.
I'm a he.
Yeah, let's try to avoid that for now.
Okay, there's still a kind of ongoing controversy about looking up actually panties in Resident Evil 4.
Oh, God.
People are debating it's not a big deal, the game is serious. I say no to thee, because if it wasn't a big deal, they wouldn't have removed it in the first place.
I feel like it was just like a extra feature that Capcom had added to the game, just because as they're aware of, because at the time they were aware of the players, you know, of the players.
I mean, that was not really as well, the internet back then wasn't as it is now. You gotta remember.
No, I'm more referring to like Capcom is aware, have seen in some people do that in other video games, and it's like when manipulating the camera and whatnot. I mean, hell, they have a joke about that in Nier and Nier Replicant, and where if you try to look up Kaine's skirt, or she'll kick your ass.
Yeah, but those are more.
Do that enough. No. This
I'm
was a
back.
game from like.
Back.
No. Nier was a game from like 2010.
Oh, near, not near Automata. Okay.
No, not Nier Automata, because I don't think Ink 2B is going to care. I mean, hell.
I just came back, so what did I miss? I hear people talking about the skirts. What the
It was actually a. We were talking briefly about how. Oh, Capcom ended up redesigning Ashley so that she wouldn't have like, you know, the noticeable thing.
People are saying that she's underage, so
She's not underage. She's 20.
Yeah, she's 20, and then that just shows that people don't play the games.
Not only that, but it's like they don't even bother to search up these things. Like some people will actually search up, because I remember in watching a This Is How You Don't Play of DSP, where he was just like, I think he was just like, no, he's like, Rise, you look nice. During the bit where Shadow Rise is shown to us, but then the uploader of the This Is How You Don't Play points out that she actually is underage. She's 15 in that point in the game.
Japan laws.
Yeah, I know it's Japan laws, but
Very, very soon, but
I know, it's still kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, Japan is always the tradition, but this is one thing that they've always been trying to change, if anything.
right.
Yeah, I mean, then again, some countries are worse than age difference. Like what, 8?
Well, anyway, I'm gonna head out since I already finished Zero Mission, and I opted to start Prime 1, and so this will probably come back after I finish Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. It's Prime 1, I mean. But for the next multiplayer thing, I'm thinking we would do we're gonna try to test our luck on getting Mario Party up and running, and for Switch Online. But otherwise, we might aim for doing an Ocarina of Time race.
Yeah,
That'd
I
be
have
nice.
not played nothing in years.
Okay, which Ocarina of Time? I'm guessing 64.
Yeah, we'd have to be playing the N64 version since I have no means of recording 3DS footage.
Yeah, the only way you're able to record 3DS footage is through an emulator, or if you were to get it modded so it would have an HDMI plugin.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I
so
heard 3DS games
next week I will be next week I'll be doing Paper Mario, so look forward to that. Bye everybody.